Hey everyone, welcome to another edition of my live tea tasting. I've got an exciting blend for you guys today, and I'm wrapping up the Pu'er month with a bit of an exception to the rule. Tonight I'm doing this one that I've been holding on to for quite some time, and it's just about time that I put to good use. Tonight's blend is a Fu Cha. Now, a Fu Cha is something that's a little bit unique to the Pu'er family, as it is not really a Pu'er. The only reason why, if you had been paying attention this entire month, is because this is actually not made in Yunnan. Hey, Snail, welcome. This isn't made in Yunnan. It's I hope I say this right, Anua County. And this is, hey Ma, welcome. This is the one thing that keeps it apart. Gamer, welcome. I see you there on Twitch. I keep interrupting myself. Anyway, so this kind of we come away from the pu'er because because of its origin, where it comes from. Because it's not a pu'er, it's not officially. I mean, sorry, because it's not from Yunnan, it's not officially a pu'er. But it's, as you can see, it's very much the same thing. Now, usually pu'ers, they come in discs and cakes and stuff like that, but this one is a straight up brick. And let me tell you, I do not use that term lightly, because I had to use a knife, this knife, to cut off a piece that big just to steep it. And it was not pretty. But you can see that's right there is where I had to cut it. And it took that big knife to get all the way through. This thing it's solid. Ow. I hurt my, Captain, welcome. I hurt my finger on that, but just to show, they put a lot of effort into packing this thing, and like really making it solid. Now it has the look, as you can see, of that card. What was that? That kind of wood, not plywood, but it's that wood that's made up of like wood dust. I forgot the name of it, but it's basically that done as plywood, because you can see the layers. Well, it doesn't really show on the screen. Maybe this side, yeah, this shows a little bit better. There's a layer here, and then a bonding layer, and then another layer here. So this is just absolutely nuts the way they put this thing together. It's solid, but when you steep it, it breaks apart just like any normal tea. Take a look at that. It's just like, this was not what it looked like when I put it in there. Do the layers have different taste profiles? No. That's just a product of the way that it's packed. This is all the same leaf. Now this is, despite how it looks, it's actually closer to a sheng pu'er instead of a shu pu'er. The difference is that was the word I was looking for. The shu pu'er is the cooked one versus the raw sheng pu'er. So you can see by the color, it's a little bit lighter than last week's. Last week's is a cooked pu'er. It was a lot darker, more on the brownish purple side. This one is more brownish green. And I love how the colors look in this light, because it really shines. It really shines clearly what is in here, and that's actually what helped me determine the kind of steeping. Aside from using the instructions, this one says do it at 195 degrees Fahrenheit for 3 minutes. I actually set the kettle a little bit high, so I actually put about 200 to 210 degrees for 2 minutes. So that really adjusted between the time and the temperature. And it's a good thing I caught that, because I looked over at my kettle and I saw that it was kind of high. I was like, oh, I'm gonna have to adjust. But I'll figure out if I did it correct or not. Now, generally, Uh, these fuchsias are made from a tea called golden flower, and it's more on the light, dark green scale. Not, I couldn't even call it a light brown, even though I mean it's walking that fine line pretty well. It's getting, you can see so much, especially on this side. This side is like pure green. In regular light, it doesn't look like that at all. And like, thank God for modern technology because you're able to see in detail what it looks like. So after the tea is steeped, it doesn't look like it came from a green leaf. It's very brown, kind of purplish, more red than green. So you get this kind of like contradicting force between the color of the leaf versus the color of the tea. The tea, for some reason, looks darker than the leaf, which is it's kind of rare because that's what comes off the leaf. So it's generally what comes off is a lighter version of what's there. But yeah, this is interesting. I've never had a fucha before. I have had golden flower before, and I liked the golden flower. But as a fucha, I'm gonna taste right now and see how it goes. So right off the bat, it's got that nice pungency. What was that? Did I know that it's also called Mongolian diet tea? I did not know that. I know that it has been linked to like weight loss and I mean it shares the same health benefits as regular tea, except it's just fermented and aged and packed. This one I do not believe it was aged very well. Let me see. This was it doesn't say what year, but I'm sure it wasn't aged very long. Um, but it was aged, and that's what puts it in the pu'er kind of category, even if it isn't a full-on pu'er. So it goes through the same process of fermentation, little to no cooking. And I mean, I don't know what the process is like when you put these when you pack it into a brick. I'm sure they wet it down completely, crush it, and then mold it and then dry it out that way. I'm guessing I wasn't able to find that part of the process. But yeah, this thing it's solid as a rock. And Cap, as I mentioned before, this is what I meant by drinking from a brick. It's full on solid. Okay, now for the moment that I've been waiting for because this is gonna be delicious. Oh, it's got that nice pungency that pu'ers usually have. Um, why am I still talking? I just gotta get a sip. Oh, that is nice. This is like a really strong version of a Sheng pu'er. Now, during the last ones where I did Mrs. Shang's, no, Mrs. What was it? It wasn't Mrs. Shang. It was Mrs. I forgot the name of that one. Um, but hers was very, very light, very soft, more on the vegetal side. This is a lightly colored tea, and yeah, you can tell that color is gorgeous. I mean, this does not look like it came from an uncooked pu'er. That's why I'm thinking that it was maybe slightly cooked, but not so much. It's got that really nice pungency, and it's stronger than the other ones. It's stronger than the I cannot remember her name, but the Sheng pu'ers that I had before. Although this is technically qualified in the same vein, this is a lot stronger. So it was definitely cooked a little bit at least, and the fermentation portion of it is nice and deep. So this is actually comparable to the one that I did last week that was actually cooked. Um, it's got that same kind of alcoholic. Um, it's got that alcoholic. What's the word I'm looking for? Like when you breathe it in, it's got that pungency, and it's a lot stronger than I expected it, because I was under the impression that this was not really an aftertaste, because you're tasting it. You taste that same level as you drink it. It's definitely a slow burn. It stays in your mouth and just circulates as you breathe. Um, but it's not exactly like an aftertaste. It's a current taste that lasts long. I guess I don't know what the term would be. Oh yeah, it's very aromatic. But that goes without saying, because puars, since they're so strong, you're going to get a strong odor before you get the taste. Like I mean, yeah, there is a certain amount of aromatics in the taste itself. As you breathe it, you continue to cycle it, and it stays for a while. So yeah, I understand what you're saying. But yeah, that's very accurate. The imagery of it, especially, because it stays and it just kind of circulates and sits on the tongue. I'm really thoroughly enjoying it. Does it smell like fresh grass? Nope, it does not. There's very little vegetation. Um, After, let me see. I mean, if I were to pick between vegetation and hay, I would be more like on the hay side, but it's really not even that. It's a little bit like wet wood. Um, it's like a more of a wet wood, um, or wood chips kind of aroma to it on a like on a morning after a very humid night, you know? Well, let's see if the actual that's very interesting. The the scent of the unsteeped puar is very, very light. I'm getting more of a seafood kind of scent to it. Like more on the shrimp side. It's not very fishy, it's more like shrimp. Which is not what I expected, because normally you get this scent of what it should taste like. This smells nothing like what it like it does after. Well, you did eat scallops for dinner. Yeah, I did, but that's got nothing to do with it. I did wash my hands multiple times. I'm not smelling my fingers. See, I'm holding it down here, and I still smell it. It's like it's very much, and even still, the scallops were cooked. And it's not. That's like it's not that. It's more fresh shrimp, and I was not expecting that, because yeah, like normally you get a nice uh, you get a nice fermented kind of alcoholic scent to it, like the one I did last week. Because it's cooked, it's darker, it's more heavily fermented. Alejandra, welcome. I just saw you pop up. Um, with that, you get what you pay for, essentially, where you're smelling the alcoholic version of it. There's no alcohol in it, of course, but you get that aroma from it. The This you don't. It's polar opposite. Like, God, I wish that you guys were here that I could share this with, because I'm intrigued by this, by the way it smells from steeped to unsteeped. Let me see if the steeped version retains that. That's quite interesting. Hey, Fastest, thanks for following. I appreciate that. Fast is that's your Izzy. I just realized. But no, this okay. So this is really strange, guys. I was not expecting this. So the unsteeped smells like shrimp. The steeped, the tea itself, smells more woody, foresty, what more traditionally. The steeped tea, for some weird reason, it smells like a beach. So it's like right in between. I don't know why. See, I guessed it, Izzy. Thanks for following. I appreciate that. Hmm. That is so weird. I was not expecting that. Like, I am thoroughly surprised, and that just kind of blows me away. Um, I'm kind of speechless. Like, how do you get three different scents from the same tea? I don't know, man. I'm totally like I'm stumped. I'm gonna need a moment to think. Mm. Oh, that is so good. I'm loving the way it just sits on my tongue. So, Snea, I'm going to tell you this as I don't know what region it comes from, but it says Anhua County, Anhua. I don't know where that is. I'm assuming that it's somewhere in China, but I mean, like, I didn't look specifically into this. It's Hunan. Okay, yeah. All I know is that it wasn't it wasn't Yunnan. Yeah, it was. That's Hunan versus Yunnan. Okay. Anyway, I tell you, man, this tea is like it's throwing me off a little bit in the best of ways. I was not expecting this kind of experience. Hmm. Wow, that's insane. Okay. Anyway, um, yeah, well, I'm like thoroughly okay. Yeah, this is just completely. What was this? Puer versus Fucha. Oh, so Fucha only comes from Hunan, and Puer only comes from Yunnan. No, that I keep I like. I'm I'm just blown away. Okay, well before I do anything else, I got to do the Thomas taste because I would be remiss if I went through this entire thing completely stumped and didn't take the time to actually taste. So, wow. When I do that, the pungency, the aromatics, um, they are it really amplifies. Um, it's still not as strong as last week's, but it's getting close. The flavor is super good. It's like just dark. It's rich. Um, it's woody. It's kind of like it's got like woody, nutty kind of flavor to it. Let's see if it. Yeah, it's they describe it as having mild and sweet. Yeah, that's absolutely it. It's not like overpowering. It's really smooth, um, and it's really it's smooth and it's like I'm thoroughly enjoying it. Mm. Okay, okay. questions, comments, anything you want to talk about, now's the time. I do have a few announcements that I want to go over before the end of the stream, but I want to answer the Teresa question: what would I pair with this? Being very close to last week's, I'm going to give a similar answer to last week's. It can handle the competition between something um, really strong tasting for an entree. So I would still pair this with like a steak, um, maybe a fish dish, but like something that's really roasted and smoky. You know, like maybe a nice roasted salmon, um, or some like a grilled tuna steak. I could totally see it with that. Um, or maybe a roasted chicken, something that can really stand out and like complement its flavors. This one, it wouldn't really be a competition. It would be going hand in hand with flavors that complement each other, because it's like a very mild but still strong flavor. So I'm really enjoying this. I believe that this was a 2019. Because when I purchased it last year, and I think it said it on the website. But I might be I might be a little bit confused, because I did a couple purchases that day, and that was from Tea Source, so from Bill Waddington's place, and it's excellent. Juliet, welcome. I see nice emojis. I love those. Okay, so announcements. The International Tea Festival is coming up, not this weekend, but next weekend. So I highly recommend that you guys sign up and join in. There's going to be a lot to do, a lot to see, lots of pre-recorded lessons and lectures and live lectures. Live lessons and lectures, classes, demonstrations. Like, there's going to be a lot of stuff going on. I'm going to be manning my own booth. So I will be there Saturday and Sunday, 8 hours straight during the day. I believe it's from 8 to, no, I think it's like 9 to 5, 10 to 6, something like that. I'll have to go over I'll have to go over the itinerary again. But during the day, I will be doing different samples of teas and doing live tea tastes during the thing. So great. What was that? There, people registered have access to classes for longer than the weekend. That is even better, because like I'm not going to be able to go to them live for very long. Depending on how much help I have 3 other people that are going to be helping me man the booth. So maybe I'll be able to drop in, maybe I won't. We'll see. But yeah, I'm thoroughly looking forward to this. This is going to be an incredible experience, and I have been waiting literally a year and a half for this. So this is going to be awesome. Okay, announcement number 2. So November is coming up, and I have decided just today that I would like to be affiliated on Twitch. Now, the way that you get affiliated on Twitch is to be getting a lot of there's an average of three viewers per stream. I don't know how long they'll have to tune in, so I have to have at least 7 days worth of at least 3 people watching. So I think that the best way to get this done would be to stream throughout the month of November. Do like maybe tea parties, maybe Ani, welcome. Who else is on? Who else is on the my booth? There's gonna be Sneha. There's gonna be Thomas. I don't know if he'll be able to work both days, but Thomas should be there, and also Nick. So that's going to be the people that are manning my booth. Hopefully I'll be able to get there for a good amount of time. But it's mainly going to be me and Sneha. So yeah, that's I'm really thoroughly looking forward to that. The path on the road to affiliate. I have to have 7 days of at least 3 people viewing. So I think that the best way to do this would be to hold a raffle. If I make affiliate by the end of November, I'm going to raffle something. I don't have the prize yet. I don't know what it would be. I'll make the announcement probably November 1st to kick off the. Actually, no, November 2nd, because that's on a Monday. So I'll be kicking off the event, and I don't know what my stream schedule will be. What's Twitch? Twitch is kind of like a live YouTube. What? A hat? I don't know what that question is about, but it's basically live gameplay. But you have live demonstrations. You have artists on there. Hey, Pops, welcome. You have live artists. You have people who they just live stream, and when you become an affiliate, you get certain perks. You can have people subscribe, and that helps you raise money for your channel. I'm not doing it for the money. I'm doing it for the networking. But give away a hat. Yeah, that might be a good idea. I can do some official gear. As a matter of fact, I'm thinking about doing multiple prizes. So we'll see. I'll have to take the weekend to determine. But yeah, I'll give away maybe a hat, a shirt, a tea set. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, this is gonna be so awesome. You know the person that was chatting from somewhere else? Yeah. No, that was that was on Facebook. So you're still, yeah, you're still good. Why not join TikTok? Because I cannot do a 5-second tea tasting. if I, oh my god, imagine me on TikTok. I'm like, drinky. Yeah, I cannot do a TikTok dance. That would destroy my reputation of being the coolest man on earth. Sorry, I just... yeah, right. Anyway. But yeah, merch is a good idea. So is, I'll probably give away an official mug or something. I don't know. We'll see. 60 seconds, not 5 seconds. Well, even still, I cannot drink. I cannot do a 60-second tea tasting. You know, I mean, it's just, I'm like, it's good. Done. Over. So. But anyway, yeah, I mean, I would have to do something totally different if I were to get a TikTok. I don't know. Maybe that's something to consider in the future. We'll see. I'm not totally against the idea, mind you. It's just going to take some creativity. Creativity. Okay, I'm done. Anyway. I did so much talking. Look at how much tea I have left. That's so weird. Anyway, so I've only got... Well, looks like my time is up. So, questions, comments, anything you want to talk about, now's the time. Question, have I ever watched a TikTok video? Yes, because they're on my Facebook thing all the time. And yeah. I do know what they are. I mean, it's not impossible. It's just I'll have to be creative and figure out what to do that'll set myself apart. I think the teapot challenge would have been perfect for a TikTok, because that's just you blow it and then you string it up and then yay, that's it. I have seen 60-second do-it-yourself video. I mean, yeah, but it depends on the project. It's like we'll see. We'll see. And TikTok is for the youngsters. That's right. Back in my day, we didn't have TikTok. We had a stick. And we were happy. Okay. Anyway, so questions, comments, now's the time. I just completely rambled on for like the entire stream, and I only got through half of this tea, which is fine because it's like absolutely delicious, and I'm gonna finish it off camera, whether you guys like get to watch it or not. But yeah, it is what it is. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and sign off. Thank you guys so much for joining me and wrapping up my Pu'er slash Fu Cha month. I will see you guys. Hey, Zam, welcome. I will see you guys next week. In the meantime, stay tuned for whatever prizes I come up with. And I will see you next time. Have a good one.